Hey everyone! Welcome back to Lazy Cat Reactions. This is Our Sons and Daughters, Episode 7 of Season 11 of Heartland. Amy helps his son of old friends connect with a horse. Georgie embarks on a road trip with Adam and Wyatt. Katie is late returning from a trail ride. We saw that Adam and Wyatt started becoming friends. You know, Georgie was a little concerned with Adam being her ex and with liking Wyatt, that they weren't going to get along, but they found some common ground, and so now they're friends. So now it looks like she's going to go on a road trip with them. So I'm guessing some stuff is probably going to come out. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. And it says, Amy helps the son of old friends. So that'll be interesting to see who the old friends are. In case you were wondering, in case you are seeing this, I have a new fashion accessory on right now. Honestly, no, I ended up spraining my ankle, or re-spraining, aggravating an old sprain, I guess you'd want to say. So yeah, for the rest of season 11 and maybe even season 12, you're gonna get to see this beautiful, lovely boot. Thinking about getting another one to match, you know. Anyways, let's get started. Beauty. Is that Phoenix? Or is that one? Probably one she's working with. Hey, Spartan.
Hi, Mackenzie. Hello.
Mackenzie, okay. Her hair's short.
This isn't a bad time. No, it's fine. What are you doing?
So this is an accident.
Oh, nice to see her back again.
The touring team go for a whole museum.
Apparently this is painted by Lisa's favorite artist. Now, I don't know too much about this sort of thing, but I do know my wife has good taste, so, well, if she loves this artist, I should.
Wow. Jack, is that the spot for it?
That is also not
And they're like, okay.
Let's go. What are you gonna say to Wyatt?
I don't know, I thought I'd just invite him in for a cup of tea and show him some old family albums. Hey, it's okay if I friend him on Facebook, right? Is that cool? She's like, calm down, I just want to meet him, that's all. Didn't know Adam was coming?
Neither did I. Say no for an answer.
They going up on those horses all by themselves?
Come on, let's see if we can move it out of the way.
No, don't do that, Katie. Katie, it's too big to
Come
move.
on.
Oh, shit.
That is a gift from your Aunt Evelyn.
Oh?
She mentioned that.
Yeah, as I said, she hates it.
Artist, so I figured I'd go ahead and put it up. Now the place has a little bit of your personality instead of just.
Smart enough to do that, at least.
Amy!
She couldn't have gotten far. She's got little legs. Obviously, Katie will be found okay. The bird spooked. Was that like a hawk or something? It looked like a hawk. Spooked the horse, which, you know, no matter how much you love horses, they do spook easily, which kind of sucks, you know? But it is what it is. But, you know, like, I get, of course, the parents being concerned about, well, first they're concerned about their kids taking a trip in general, but then, you know, Georgie going off with two boys. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't always mean something bad. they can go off and still hang out and have a good time as friends. It doesn't mean that there's going to be a gangbang or something. So, I get the concern, but I like how Peter was shaking his hand, and Wyatt's like, "That's a good grip," and Peter's just like, he has to be the father exerting his fatherly duty. It's pretty funny. And yeah, I called it with Lisa that she was gonna hate that painting. What was her Aunt Evelyn thinking? I hope they enjoyed the road trip.
He was abandoned at a clinic I taught last year.
Okay.
Oh.
That's the abandoned one.
Hi. Yeah. He was a little messed up back then, but now he's the most gentle horse on our whole property.
Good, now we got an update on
Go
Chance.
easy on the chance.
So he was the abandoned one, and they kept him, and he's a trail horse. Good.
You ready? Oh, you are.
I was even thinking when this episode started if we were going to find out about the abandoned horse. What's this?
Okay.
Yeah. So they did have fun, even Adam.
Wow. It's a real conversation piece, isn't it? The elephant at the Calgary.
I've mentioned this before, that I myself am a child-free person, and studies have been done that prove that people with kids, unfortunately, are more likely to divorce and are more likely to be unhappy. Now, we're not going to get in any type of argument or debate or anything. This is just stuff that I've read and I've seen. So, she's talking here about the marriage not doing well, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you devote all of your energy to your kid. The marriage can suffer. You have to find the balance. It's the same with Peter and Lou. With Peter pretty much spending all of his time working. That created a rift between them and caused them to have problems. That right there didn't really have anything to do with their kids, although the kids are a factor. But right there, he basically put all of his energy into his job and didn't really focus it on the marriage or the kids, and so once again it suffered. He wasn't able to find that balance. And so it's the same thing with this. It's like, because they have this child who's autistic, he needs more attention, more care, and because of that, they focus all their energy on that, and they forget about other things that are important. So, again, we're not going to argue or have any type of debate. That's just stuff, like I said, studies have been done that prove that people who have kids and stuff are usually unhappier or they divorce. Because kids are stressful on marriage, even when they're regular, even if they're not special needs or anything. It is still incredibly stressful on people.
What happened to Brick?
He's with Mackenzie. They're headed back to the barn.
Any sign of Katie?
No. Brick said this is where he last saw her. This is where the horse was spooked.
That's Katie's helmet.
You better split up.
You've never seen Peter in a cowboy hat. He's got on. Yeah, it just seems like a little too light out for an owl. Now, I don't know. In the forest, it would get kind of dark. So maybe if you're in a forest, it would be a little more understandable for an owl to hoot. But I heard that and I'm like, It's not quite lighted. It's not quite dark enough yet. We have sometimes had an owl hoot outside. And it's actually kind of cool, you know, like I'll be there, usually like laying in bed and I'll hear hoo hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo. And I'm like, oh, well, there's an owl out, you know. For a little while, we had a hawk that kind of took up residence in like our neighbor's tree. And there was, I think the hawk left, unfortunately. But there was like once or twice where we heard the hawk and the owl and they were like having a conversation with each other. I don't necessarily think it was pleasant. We'd hear like the hawk, you know, make a noise and then the owl. And I was like, damn, like something's going down in the animal world. I mean, there's so much drama. Humans think they have drama. Nothing compared to the animals. So I thought that was kind of cool that the hawk and the owl were having a conversation. But yeah, every so often, and it's kind of cool. The thing is, like, it usually happens, believe it or not, like around 5 or 6 a.m. Usually when it's still dark out. So I'm guessing maybe the owl's getting ready to go to sleep or something. But I'll hear, and it's just like, oh yeah, the owl's out. It's kind of a nice little reminder that nature is there. I wonder if they ever had their dinner.
It's funny to think we got married standing right here.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
No, I'll never forget how you dressed up in that armor and you rode up to the house to sweep me off my feet.
It worked.
Like different people were living their lives back then.
Do you?
Yeah, me too.
They lost Chance there.
Good boy, Chance.
Yep.
You're such a good boy.
Yep. Jen was talking about you'll find your thing. I just found the thing because he saved Katie. He found Katie, so that's gonna be kind of their moment, their bond. And I'm glad that it was Peter because he misses out on so much, you know? And I do like how he and Lou do seem to communicate pretty well in terms of the kids, but still, he does miss out on a lot.
Okay, Grayson, you ready to get on?
You want to get on the horse, bud?
Ready?
Okay. Okay. Here. Look at me. Do you know when you're up in an airplane?
Look at her.
Way up above everything and you feel calm and happy. That's what.
I like how they're doing it bareback.
You ready, Grayson? We're just gonna take this nice and slow.
Wow.
Or just tell Aunt Evelyn that she was mistaken and that it's ugly and you don't like it. Problem solved.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, Lindy. Are you ready for your first barbecue?
Oh, she is. She even got a nice new outfit.
Looking good, Lindy. Looking good.
Well, kind of. I came to tell you that I think that Adam is a cool guy, but I wish I hadn't invited him on the road trip with us.
Why?
He was fun.
Because there wasn't the right time to do this.
So they've already kissed, so. It was nice to see Grayson make that connection. You know, you heard the whole airplane thing because obviously he's into airplanes and hearing that, and so that's mainly what he's focusing on. But then, yeah, you saw it kind of fade and he realized. And it was nice, you know, you see Katie run up to him. You know, that's the thing with kids is that they pretty much will befriend anyone, you know. So it was nice to see them kind of run up to him, and I don't know if they know or understand about autism, but you know, for Katie, it didn't matter. She just ran right up to him and was like, "Tag, you're it," you know, and earlier when they went up to try to talk to him and the kid didn't hear, they were like, all right, you know, it just rolled off their shoulders. Kids are resilient, you know, stuff that destroys adults rolls off of kids, you know. Kids aren't as affected. I mean, yeah, stuff can be traumatic for kids, but again, stuff that would destroy it, you know, certain things that happen when you're an adult, they just like ruin you. And for a kid, it'd be like, yeah, whatever, let's go play. You know, in a way, they're stronger than adults because they can bounce back from things faster. Thank you for joining me for episode 7. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm definitely glad to know about Chance, that he is okay. I'm glad that they brought him back because, you know, as I said, I was inquiring what happened to the abandoned horse. So it was nice to see that they did keep him and that they made him a trail horse. I would like to see that woman kind of come back for him. And then, of course, you know, like Jack and Amy just kind of like get rid of her, you know, chase her off the property because no, she abandoned him. She's not going to get him back. And of course, you know, she would be shocked to see the way he was because, you know, for her, he was a problem. And I'm thinking, well, maybe he was a problem because of you. Maybe there wasn't anything wrong with him. Maybe there was something wrong with you. If you enjoyed this reaction, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit that notification bell to be alerted of future Heartland Reacts. Check out some of my other videos. I have a variety of TV shows and movies along with my Spooktober series in October. Special shout out to my editor. Thank you for all your hard work. Link is in the description. I will catch you for episode 8, Truth Be Told. Have a great day and a great week, everyone. Bye.